The Seo-Seoul Museum of Art continuousness of public space, roof with the oriental implication, the return of the site, natural material, the site is located at the Gyeongchang-gu district in Seoul, in the southeast of the Central Park. The site is triangular in shape, has the elementary school in the east, Gyeongchang-gu office building in the south, the open and flat park with high-rise residential buildings in the north. The museum complies with the centralized layout of the site, reducing the building coverage and protecting the original landscape and plants of the park as much as possible. The courtyard and the sunken partial are dug out to provide indoor ventilation, lighting, and landscape. The eave corridor is open to make the architecture and the park fully blend and permeate. The northern side of the museum has a lower height with the overhanging corridor, thereby reducing the pressure on the park and creates a scale-friendly facade. The amphitheater is set in the courtyard and open to the public. The seats are raised step by step to connect the park and the roof, making the roof a public leisure space, returning the occupied space to the park and simultaneously increasing the entertainment. The roof is also accessible from the corridor on the 6.6-meter floor, or through the barrier-free access from the exterior staircase and the lift, forming the pedestrian circulation. The gently sloping roof, combined with landscape, becomes a fun place for people to experience various activities and exhibitions. The southern facade and the partial rooftop of the museum are equipped with solar panels to provide sustainable energy for this ecological art museum. In the overall layout, with meeting the requirement of seatback distance and the logistic transportation, the main body of the architecture is set to the southeast of the site as far as possible. Following the original park sidewalk in the north, the shape of the museum is thus triangular, integrating into the original landscape composition and forming the echo of two triangular buildings there. Thus, the overall building is low in the north and high in the south, so as to reduce the sense of volume on the side adjacent to the park as much as possible. It strives to maintain an open and friendly relationship with the park. Citizens can freely enter the inner courtyard from the park and meander to the roof. The circulation follows surrounding public space and the existing road in the park. Visitors, museum staffs, and exhibits are routed through separate entrances and exits into the museum. Visitors can enter the museum from the main entrance of the park. Walking along the existing path to the lobby of the museum, the design also fully takes the vulnerable groups into consideration to ensure the accessibility. The entrance and exit for the staff are located in the southeast. People who drive to the museum can enter through the southwest side of the vehicle entrance and share the inner road with the government parking. There is an underground passage connected to the government parking lot. Trucks can enter the museum from the northeast side of the park, drive along the freight road in the east into the collection area to unload, and leave from the road in the southeast. The project is functionally divided into 4 areas: the exhibition and the collection area, the education area, the office and management area, and the public service. The basement is for the underground parking and the small theater. The parking lot has an elevation of -3.9 meters and 54 parking lots. The theater and the rehearsal room are separated from the education area and located under the amphitheater Together, they form an independent performance area. The small theater is connected to the public resting lounge on the ground floor by an outdoor sunken courtyard and an indoor lift. The ground floor has a lobby, the permanent exhibition hall, the open public gallery, the cafeteria, and the collection area. The amphitheater on the ground floor is connected with the park and the roof. Indoor galleries combine public walkways with exhibitions. The 3.3-meter elevation mezzanine is for the office and management area, respectively. The education area is divided into two sections, one on the 6.6-meter floor and the other on the 9.9-meter floor. The 6.6-meter floor, which is also the exhibition area, provides possibilities for different types and scales of exhibitions and the needed atmosphere. The education area is arranged around data library in the atrium, forming an organic connection. There are outdoor stairs and lifts that can be reached directly from the roof, providing a shared platform for active learning and communication. The building has a total height of 50 meters above ground, which is divided into the basement, the ground floor, the 3.3-meter floor, the 6.6-meter floor, and the 9.9-meter floor, among which 3.3-meter and 9.9-meter floors are mezzanines. Three functions, exhibition, education, and the public service, are independent and complementary, so as to jointly improve the artistic quality of Genchuangu District and bring the public an open, diverse, and shared experience of contemporary art. The material of the roof is a black stone, which echoes the dark green of the traditional Oriental roof. The stone is stacked and paved on the roof to form the steps for visitors. The facade utilizes carbonized composite bamboo. Bamboo has the advantages of fast-growing, high density, strong weather resistance, and not easy deformation. The two materials create a calm and elegant architectural temperament. Through elements such as the form of the roof, the courtyard, the eave gallery, and the garden of pleasance, the architecture delivers its essential idea, the Oriental connotation with contemporary approach. The modern solar curtain wall system of the south facade has north-facing skylights, clear story, and a ventilated roof to create an indoor environment with natural lighting and ventilation. The angle of the solar panel is calculated to maximize the conversion of solar energy and avoid light pollution to the government building. In order to reduce the plant transplanting and keep the original relationship between trees and roads, the graceful shrubs and arbors are added to supplement the ground layer, enriching the landscape and the whole plant community. The architecture returns the occupied area to the public through space like the open eave gallery, the amphitheater, and the sunken courtyard. Steps on the sloping roof allows visitors to walk to the top. The enlarged platform on the roof is decorated with plants to form the focal scenery, and also accommodate all kinds of public activities and exhibitions. The design established a positive link between the park and the architecture. With the respect on the existing condition of the park, the landscape design preserves the green coverage by analyzing the current circulations. It naturally integrates the museum into the park, building a pleasant urban ecological landscape.